Three-time world champion Sergei Golubitsky. I'm still working on that one, Coach. Golubitsky. Coach, you came up through the Soviet system, as so many fencing greats have. You yourself then achieved great success for Ukraine before moving on to coach the German foil team, and now you've been here in the U.S. for 3 years. Tell us, what are some of the major differences between each of those systems and how you're pulling from them to ultimately create your own coaching philosophy?
It's actually a good question. Actually, I used to work in Holland, but in Holland there is no fencing. Holland isn't a fencing country, so there is no system.
Very good at football, though, yes?
Well, now that's actually hurts the Dutch folks because the Dutch didn't qualify for European Championship, so it's kind of,
a little sensitive.
Dutch are good football players, soccer players. I was national coach in Holland. I had a cadet, Sebastian Bors, who got bronze at the cadet world championships. So I made my mark, left my mark in Holland as well. I worked 5 years in Italy. So I speak Italian. I used to speak Dutch, not anymore, because I speak German now, and German dominates Dutch. So
were you in Livorno and Rome?
No, I was in Conegliano. It's
okay.
Northeast. It's a Veneto region. It's not far from Venice, so it's that area. It helped me actually. And one of my students was on national team. She got silver at the junior team at the junior world championship. So I left my mark there as well. And then I worked also in Germany, where I left my mark as well with my wife and other students of mine there.
And your wife is currently competing and will be at Rio.
Yeah, it would be her third Olympics. Yeah, so she was in Beijing, London, and now she goes to. When I used to work with her, she was number 3 in the world. But then, we part our ways. We didn't work already since 3 years. But I wish her, of course, good luck in Rio. And you're right. I went through the Soviet machine, let's say, the training in the Soviet Union. But I don't know how it is for you folks, but it's quite different because the different regions. It was a country of 15 republics, so now there are 15 different countries, and the coaches, even though the system was the same, but coaches, of course, have own abilities and visions, and so the schools were quite different. And that's why it was actually that helped to be Soviets better, because imagine the country of 250 million people or so, and then you have just that before team was of 5 members, consisted of 5 members. So, and some of them would come from Azerbaijan, from Russia, from Ukraine, from Belarus, and those styles were slightly different. And so for other teams, it was sometimes difficult to find the keys. But even in Italy, where I used to live, and I speak Italian as well, where I passed my exam as well, and I am Maestro di Tre Armi, so I have Italian diploma as well. And I've learned a lot, and also I communicated a lot with Italian colleagues and stuff. It's a great country with great fencing traditions, and so it has had also a great influence on my coaching too. So I observed some things from Italian school as well, and vision and understanding of fencing. I was trained by my father from day one till my very last day, so he was always there. But of course I had coaches. I don't know, 20, 30, 40 coaches. Maybe someone, like one coach gave me only 1 lesson. Somebody gave me 2, somebody maybe 10. And so I could, digest it, I could absorb something, and maybe, just from each of them, and maybe I got something, But definitely I had some coaches who I used to work like 2 or 3 years. And so therefore, it had great influence on me. And so I have Ukrainian school, and plus Russian school. Russian way of fencing is anyway different than Ukrainian. It's not the same. So it had great influence on me as a fencer. And as a coach, I told the Italians, Germans not, because Germany, basically, if you see it now, most of national coaches, they're all foreigners. They're French or Italian or Polish or whatever. So not so many Germans, who is working as a coach. And so, and of course, being creative myself, I invented basically a couple moves myself, so nobody did them before. So now some fencers using them. I wish, you know, like I've said always, like Michael Jordan, he has his sign, you know, Air Jordan, and he sells, and it's like you see the silhouette, and you know it's Jordan, right? You know it. And I have a couple moves, and some kids use it nowadays, and they don't even know that I did it. I invented this, and I always say, I wish it would be $1 for every move you use. $1, you know, goes on my account. I would be just, you know.
Maybe you need a clothing line.
Yeah, no, but well, no, actually, I have my blade, the Golubitsky blade, and the grip with OnPoint. That is, you know, G Pro line, and so I actually have some things, you know. Plus, of course, great deal was for me to write my own book, Fencing is My Life, which is, you know, I think it helps a lot to many kids, especially in the United States.